So Spider-Man Brand New Day just dropped and I'm gonna talk about it because I have some mixed feelings about it. So it's my raw reaction just coming from the movie. If you have not seen Brand New Day, I suggest you go watch it and then come back to the video because I'm gonna go over what happened in the movie, so spoilers if you haven't seen it. So the movie was not the best Spider-Man movie that I have seen, to be honest. I feel like Spider-Man No Way Home has been the best Spider-Man, at least in the MCU. Maybe not the best Spider-Man movie made, but No Way Home is still my favorite from the MCU. Brand New Day is okay. It could be better than what it is. It could definitely be worse, but that's said about every movie. The thing about Brand New Day that I didn't like was that the Hulk and Punisher were severely underused, and it was a horrible way to use those characters, especially from what we know that the Hulk and the Punisher can do. They used a Hulk, I think, for like total of 20 minutes, maybe less, maybe like 10 minutes of the movie. We were supposed to get Savage Hulk. We barely got a Smart Hulk, and it's not like he went back to the Hulk that we saw all the way back in the Avengers, where he was destructive and the Hulk that we want. And then after the battle with Hulk, they took out his inhibitor, and then he's back to Bruce Banner, but without the inhibitor, so that didn't have anything to do with his transformation from Smart Hulk to Banner, which was so fucking weird. Then we have the Punisher, which, okay, he's a great character from all his time in Daredevil and his own same series and special presentation, but here they just use him as another person to be. It really felt like, because of the agreement that Sony and Marvel have, that they need to include at least one MCU character in a Spider-Man movie. They just said, go ahead, use these characters. They're just gonna be part of it. People like the Hulk, we can't do a movie about it, so here you have. And then the Punisher, they know he's in New York and they're trying to connect with the Daredevil series, but they just don't know how to use them. And then the fact that they introduced Jean Grey, which we already knew Sadie Sink was gonna play Jean Grey, but they teased it and they were secretive about it, which I feel like they would have brought more people if they knew, confirmed that Sadie Sink was playing Jean Grey and not a discreet role. And the way to introduce your first X-Men in a Sony movie, I think that was a bad choice from Marvel. But I get it, trying to introduce one of the X-Men characters that are gonna be vital in the later Mutant Saga in something that everyone knows and everyone likes, and an IP like Spider-Man. I feel like it was a win-lose scenario because you're gonna have every eye on Jean Grey season, but doing it in a Sony movie does not work. But with having the director, the Daniel Cretton, do Spider-Man, I feel like it was the correct choice because all the action scene with Spider-Man was amazing. Except when he fought the hand, which another thing. They had the fucking hand, they have fucking ninjas, and they just used them to use them. And apparently they're good guys now, which again, horrible choice by Sony or Marvel, I don't know who. I feel like with the rights, Sony produces it, Sony does it, but Marvel oversees it. And if someone in the comments has a better way of describing what the legal action and the legal thing between Sony and Marvel have is coming down. I just know the bare minimum. But yeah, from the trailer seeing the hand being that part of the movie and then just brought down to, oh yeah, here's a hand, you already know about it. They're just good guys now. It's going back to the Skrulls all over again. Have this great amazing thread, this great amazing story, and then just, oh yeah, by the way, they're good now. There's no character in that. And then I feel like it was okay to have the Punisher already know Spider-Man and have their relationship. I think that was good. We didn't need to necessarily see it to understand it, so I think that was a good choice. And then I like that they didn't necessarily give away the spell that Peter Parker made in No Way Home, and they kept it through. And even when MJ knew that Peter Parker was Spider-Man now, that he told him, I'm glad that it wasn't because of the spell breaking and it was actually Peter telling MJ, and she still has no memories of what happened. Her and Ned, I think that was a good choice, because that way you don't erase anything that happened in No Way Home and you keep that spell, keep that memory, and hopefully we don't see that much of Zendaya in the Spider-Man movies for a while. I mean, she's MJ, so she's gonna end up with Spider-Man, but she can take a backseat now and have other characters join. Like, we can have the MCU's Gwen, we can have Gwen as Spider-Gwen or just as Gwen. Yeah, we can have Black Cat coming. And then we can also have, since Ned kinda is starting to know that Peter Parker is Spider-Man, we can see that he can become the Hobgoblin, since he has a little bit of an obsession with Spider-Man, which I think that's a good way to go, converting Ned into Hobgoblin, which personally I want to see. And then we get to the post-credits, and it was short, it was sweet, nothing too much, but it teases us of where Spider-Man is heading next. So we get into the post-credits scene, we see the screen from the app that Ned made to be able to track Spider-Man and where he is. But we see zoom out to the point where it moves and now it's in space, which teases us that at least for the next movie that Spider-Man's gonna be in, he's not gonna be on Earth, and he's gonna be in outer space. Now, some people have speculated that that might not be Tom Holland's Peter Parker and can be another Peter. Maybe Andrew Garfield, maybe Toby, and if so, I believe we're gonna see either Andrew or Toby, most likely Toby, in Doomsday, and then we're all gonna see all three of them in Secret Wars, which I feel like that's a good way to put him, keep him away from Doomsday, and then in Secret Wars come back and then realize that Doom has Tony Stark's face. I feel like that's a good review after that. But overall, the one thing that I liked about this movie is that we didn't have an actual villain. The only thing that we had was like antagonists, and then Peter against Jean, which it was good. I've been wanting a movie without an actual villain, so that's a good thing to have. So yeah, obviously I have some criticism against it. If you go to Discord silent part of, you already know what I've talked about. If you want me to go more into a deep dive review of the movie, this is just my first thoughts. I thought I'd upload them to YouTube. If you agree with me, comment down, put your comment. If you agree with me, please let me know in the comments below. If you don't, also I want to hear your opinion, because I feel like this movie can have double standards. Again, I just didn't think the characters fit with the story, which I think the story was good, but they were also having a big swing to dealing with the Brand New Day comics, which are very controversial. So if you like this, please like and subscribe, so that you don't miss any more videos on other stuff coming up. And again, if you have any opinions about the movie, please comment down below and I'll read them all. See you in the next video.